Hi, in this help video I'm just going to give a bit of information about the grid and ladder interfaces. Start off by opening up a market, go to Greyhound market, so just open up the winner market. So we've got the grid interfaces loaded up there. Say we wanted to open up the next Greyhound market and keep the present one open. All you do is right click on the header, go to next races, then right click. So if say we wanted a third race open, let's go for the 10:05 at Romford. So now we've got 3 race markets open, just add a fourth for good measure, so right click again, there's the fourth. So we've got all 4 markets. The primary market, the active market, as you can see, is wherever the whichever market your mouse is over, and it shows up here in the main info bar at the top, which is the active one. So you can see there I've switched across to the 10:05 at Romford, and the market main info bar has changed, and if I go around them you can see how it changes. Another way of opening up more than one market is, once you've got the first one open, just expand the market navigator, just click on whichever market you want. So we'll go for the 10:05 at Romford. So you just left click on that and it opens up the second market. When I right click on the header here and go to next races, if as I was doing before, I was right clicking on it and it opens up an additional market. But if I left click on it, it will close the market that I've clicked on and replace it with the new market. So here on the 10:05 at Romford, we'll just go for the 22:13 at Wimbledon. So if I left click on it this time, it closes that market and opens up the other. So that just shows, if you right click, it opens up an additional market. If you left click on it from that menu, it closes the current one and opens up the new market. To get the ladder interface open from the grid, you can just right click on the header, and you can see here it says show ladder. So if I click there, up comes the ladder. I'll just move the grid over there and bring the ladder to there. At the moment it's only showing the one ladder, because that's all I've asked it to do through the settings I've got at the moment, but we'll change that in a moment so it displays more. Likewise, if say now we close the grid just by clicking on the close button and right click on the header, you can see here of the ladder interface, you can see here it says show grid, so you just click there and up comes the grid interface. So what we'll do is we'll just close this market by right clicking on the header and clicking close market. At the moment I've got it so when I open up a new market, just the grid opens, but if you want to change that, so say you just have the ladder open, or you have the ladder and the grid open, or neither, all you do is right click over the market navigator and you just go to default market open, and you can see here at the moment I've got grid selected, but you can have it non-ladder or both. So we'll just put it to ladder, and we'll just open up the market, and you can see now the ladder opens up straight away and we don't have the grid. So let's do that for so we get both the grid and the ladder. So just go to both and load up the market, and you can see we get the ladder and the grid open. So what we'll do now is we'll just go to a different colour market. We'll go to the US Opens on, so let's go to the tennis market. So click on tennis match, and we're just looking, they're all of the markets, but if we go to what's on now, we'll find an active market. I don't know, this one will do. Can't say I know much about it. That's good, there's a bit of money around. Not too much, but there's a bit. So what we'll do first of all is we'll just close the grid, so we just have the ladder. The application ships in the toy layout, but there's various other standard layouts that it ships with. So to get to those, you just right click over the ladder interface, and you just go down to standard layouts. And as you can see, there's various different standard layouts here. So I'll just quickly run through these. There's the toy, as I said, which has the back column, the lay column, graph down here, got your prices, how much is being matched, all the individual prices, got your scroll bars here to move up and down. This is the entire market from 1.01 to 1000. And the black bars here just display what is currently being displayed on the market. You can obviously see the back money and the lay money. The white represents a gap in the market, so there's a gap here between 1.63 and 1.61, and you see there's a big gap all of a sudden appeared, so there's a big white patch. So I guess he either won a point or something like that. You can also see there's the weight of money indicator, last price matched. So you can see as that changes, you get the flashes, as you would. Basically works as a standard any other ladder you would expect. Shows how much money's been matched on that selection. We'll just run through a few of the others quickly. So just go down to standard layouts again. We'll go to financial. That looks like that. You can see the graph here a bit clearer. You can see the amounts being matched. Self-explanatory. Just go down to Raider. So as you can see, I'll just go back to that. These are three ones that are independent, new to the toy, and then you've got various ones that replicate as fairly similar to other commercially available applications. So you've got Bet Inclusion, Bet Devil Reverse. So there's the Bet Raider one, and I'm sure you all know what it's supposed to represent. So that's that. You've got your back, your lay columns. Your bets would appear in these columns. So if we just put in a bet there, you can see it gives the countdown because it's an in-play market, and there's the bet. So there's the £2 bet that we just put in. So we'll just cancel that. And likewise, if you put in a lay in, you get your 5, 4, 3, 2. So the bet goes in, which is handy. And then there's our £2 there. So we'll just put another one in. We'll just cancel that. So there you go, that's that one. And then you've got the Bet Raider Nicolution, which is pretty similar to the last one, apart from you've got your price graph down here, the tips on, the amounts matched at the various prices, back lays, your bets would appear here. One I haven't mentioned yet, which is in play, so we select that. This is a really slimmed down version of the ladder. And what it does is it actually displays your bets in the price column. So if we just put in a £2 lay here, you can see £2 lay there is at 1.95. So rather than the price 1.95, we see our bet. To put another one in, let's put one in at the back side, put it at 2.54. You can see it's there at 2.54. To cancel them, you just click on it, and that's that. Put another one in. To move it up the ladder, you just drag it like you would on any other ladder really, and it changes from a hand to a crosshair, so that's 1.92. If we drag it off to one of the sides, we get a no entry sign. So if I release it there, basically nothing happens. It just stays where it was. So I'll just cancel that now. So yeah, you've just got your lay column, your price column, your back column, and your profit and loss column. So what we'll do now is we'll just go to a horse market and show how you have more than one ladder. So we'll just leave this market, just close the grid. As you can see, we've only got one ladder at the moment. With this application, you can have as many as 60 ladders. It just really depends on the amount of screen space you've got. So to increase the number of ladders, you just right click in the header and you just go down to ladder layout. And then you go to either max columns or max rows. So max columns, you can have a maximum of 1 to 20. So for this, we'll just go to 5, and it loads up the 5 ladders. If we wanted to have 10 ladders, for example, just go down to ladder layout. You could go to maximum columns and have 10, but what we'll do is maximum rows. We'll have 2 rows of 5. And there you go, you've got a total of 10 ladders for this market.